So, good morning, good night, depending on where you are, and welcome to another interview of The Shield Doing the Couch. Today, I'm joined by a member of the band Drift into Black, who's going to release their fourth album, Earthtorn, on May the 20th. And we're going to talk about it, talk about the album concept and aliens, man. We need to talk about aliens. So, thank you for being here. Let everyone know your name and what you do in the band.
Yeah, my name is Craig. I'm the vocalist, guitarist, keyboardist, and I played a lap steel for Drift into Black, and the lyricist. So yeah.
So you do a lot for the band, and
do a lot, and also video editor as well. So I'm a creator.
I can totally get you because in my channel, I am both the creator, the CEO. I do everything. It's a one-man job, but I want to thank you, Greg, for taking some time of your busy day to talk with me. I had the privilege of listening to the Earthtorn album. And when I got the promo, I'm like, God, and I read the concept of the album. I said, this is really interesting concept. I'm like, I need to talk to this band because the concept alone before listening to the music. But then I listened to the music, and you were categorized as a doom band, but this album has a little bit of everything. There's doom, there's a lot of prog, there's a lot of like ambient sounds, and being a concept album, every song flows into one another. So this is one of those albums that you can't skip a song. You need to listen to it, and especially with headphones. I listen with headphones, so I can immerse myself in the story. And, it's a really interesting story. So you being the lyricist and the singer in the band, what were your musical influences growing up?
First off, I want to thank you for really taking the time and listening to from track 1 to track 10 and understanding the story and listening to the lyrics and you really have a good understanding what I was going for, and I appreciate that. That you did your homework on this.
Yeah. Like you can't go into a prog concept album and just listen it casually. You need to put the headphones on, because that's a great prog concept album. You need to immerse yourself in it. You can't just like be driving around the street listening to this. This isn't fucking like Spice Girls or Britney Spears. Need to, when you go into prog, you need to like dive into it and listen to it. So yeah, I put the headphones on. There's not a better way to listen to a concept album than shutting the whole world off, putting your headphones and immersing yourself in the story.
That's awesome. Sorry, you asked me a question before I cut you off.
Oh yes. What were your musical influences growing up?
Definitely rock. I mean, I what really made me want to start writing music was I think the first time I listened to Amorphous Tales from the Thousand Lakes, and I was heavily into the Doors. I was heavily into Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, a lot of those influences. So I kind of bring a lot of that into what I do musically.
No, yeah, that's very important, and you can listen to it because like every track, flows pretty well. And I like it how the album starts, where you have like these passages of things that happening. Obviously, you get pandemic times, you get like speeches from past presidents. Yeah. And for anyone that hasn't heard the album, so the concept of the album, it's about an alien that gets a mission to go to Earth to access, what the hell's happening in Earth and if it's worth saving or destroying. But when he comes to Earth, he falls in love with a woman. Like that, that's it. That
always a woman. Always a woman.
Always a woman. So he falls in love with a woman, And then he's like thinking, damn, I don't know if I want to destroy the earth. But then the woman falls into sickness, cancer, dies, and then the alien just says like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm leaving earth to its old devices. It can be saved. So in a nutshell, that's the story of the Earthtorn
Yeah.
album.
He realizes that, like, I'm not going to destroy the earth. That they're going to really destroy themselves anyway. There are some good things on this planet, and because when he first arrives, he's got no empathy whatsoever. You know, he needed to feel love in order to feel that empathy and realize that there's other, humans on this planet that feel the same thing with their loved ones, and he's kind of caught between his selfishness and his mission, you know, to carry out his mission. So that's a big decision, and so yeah.
Yeah, I think this is an album that everyone that likes prog metal, and if you like sci-fi alien movies, you're gonna like this album. And I would try to shop this. This could be a movie.
Yeah.
Earthtorn, the movie,
it's actually kind of like, it's like a I don't know if you've seen the movie Meet Joe Black with Brad Pitt and Anthony.
Yeah, I did.
It's kind of like a take on that.
But less boring.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a take on that, but more of a sci-fi take. And there is a song. I don't know, did you ever hear of the band Skyclad? They're like a folk metal band.
No, I haven't.
Okay. They had a song long time ago called Postcards from Planet Earth, and the lyrics go, planet Earth is great to visit. It's great to visit, but you wouldn't want to live there, So it's kind of like a take on that song as well, like lyric wise. So it's kind of, so I kind of drew from different things, and put it together.
Yeah, no, but it's pretty interesting. So I'm going to show the album cover for people, because the album cover, to me, art is really important. And this album cover says it all. You have the alien looking at Earth, and like really it has the essence of what the album is about. Who did this album artwork? Because it's really good.
It's Alex from Project Mayhem Design.
Oh, nice. And I love that the Project Mayhem, that I just think about Fight Club.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
No, it's a great cover. You see the alien, the planets, and the logo of the band Earthtorn. So yeah, I think the album cover captures the essence of these 10 songs. And I really like that you started the album, that the first single is It Felt from the Sky.
Yeah.
What is that song mainly about, and why did you pick it as a first single?
Well, I think this the beginning of the album should have been aggressive. It should have been not as light as some of the mellower songs on the album, and I think it's kind of like it signifies like he's on a mission just to destroy, and I don't think I think it needed to be up a little up tempo, heavy, and just aggressive a little bit. So
yeah, I think it was important to start off that way, because as the album progresses, there's harsher song, but then it goes like lighter when he's speaking about the woman. Yeah. So it really flows and ebbs, like you can feel like basically through how the song is, like you would feel like the emotions of the alien is feeling at the moment. So I think that was captured on the songs. And who's the female vocalist that sings on songs like The March of Oblivion and Angel of Doom? She's great. Who's the female singer who lends vocals to those parts?
That is Melissa Hancock. She's I reached out to her for the first Drift in the Black album, and she sung on that album, and then I reached out to her again. I think she's from Australia, and she's a singer, and she has her own like band that she does as well. And yeah, she's got a great vocals. She does. very angelic, you know.
Yeah, they were needed for the album because you needed to have the voice of the woman part as well
God,
to have the concept work.
that was exactly what I was going for. Like, I needed that female counterpart, to sing, and it had to be ghostly too, especially on the ups and the downs.
Oh yeah,
so
that's the song that starts like with the birds singing, and yeah.
So she's already gone, but it's like, it's lonely at night without you by my side, and it's like, it's kind of like her ghost singing to him, kind of,
No, it's really great, and her vocals really are memorable and haunting, and you can feel it. And the second single that you choose, "Weight of the Two Worlds," that's a very interesting one because listening to it, I felt that's the part where the alien is weighing if he should save the Earth or let it run its course.
Yeah,
it's the longest song on the album as well.
It is. It's like almost 10 minutes, and that song is a song about conflict, like in the it kind of, there's two sides of that song, obviously, because what concept of that song, there's two sides. There's should I stay, should I go, and kind of that split in the middle, that ambient split, is like his confusion, his conflict.
Yeah, no, it's a great song and a great second single. I think the singles that you choose are very good to choose as a single because they tell parts of the story. But talking about concept albums, what is your favorite concept album of all time and why?
Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh yeah, that's a great. I think that album is just flawless in everything it has. Like everyone like it. Yeah, I think a top second for me would be like Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime, the first one. But yeah, that's a great one to have. And so all the themes in this album, about the alien coming and invasion. So it made me think of movies, and especially like alien invasion movies. Like, what is your favorite alien invasion movie?
Oh man, I'm a huge fan of the Alien franchise. I mean,
me too.
And to be honest, such a huge fan that Aliens is not even my favorite of the trilogy. I think Alien 3 is my favorite. The Alien 3 director's cut is I think my favorite. Everyone hates that movie. I love it.
I don't hate it. Alien 3 is very underrated.
Dude, it was directed by David Fincher.
And it's very dark, and the plot of the movie, she's in a prison with all these prisoners, and it was very, I don't know why it got so much shit on, because obviously it came after Aliens, because Aliens is great, but it's more of an action movie. But I think Alien 3 has more in common with the first one, being that
the first two are about surviving. The last one was about the Alien 3 was about dying.
Yeah, because she died, and then they did another Alien, which
I couldn't stand Resurrection.
Yeah, I think that I only like one part of that movie, and that's the part with the aliens in the water, because it looked cool. Besides that was it. It wasn't needed. But yeah, that's a great movie about aliens. And yeah, so the concept of the album, like I say, it would play into a movie, but if you had put this out like in 2000, probably they would get you would get Meg Ryan to play the woman.
Yeah, there you go.
And Nick Cage, you would, or Tom Hanks, something like that.
Nicolas Cage is like my favorite, man. I love him.
Yeah. So yeah, but no, yeah. So what other songs are your favorites in this album?
To be honest, I didn't pick the singles. The label picked them out for me, and rightly so, because they're trying to sell the album, and they think the 3 songs they chose are the ones that are going to sell the album. but I would have, and I do agree. Those are three great songs, but I would have picked "Left to the Burning Sun" as one of the singles. Maybe "It Fell from the Sky," "Left to the Burning Sun," and either "Weight of Two Worlds" or "Angel of Doom." I don't know which one I would have picked, but "Left to the Burning Sun" was definitely, I was gunning to have that one as one of the singles, you know?
Yeah. So writing concept albums can't be easy. Like, how did you come up with this concept?
Uh, um, I don't know, it just came to me. This, I wanted, what I wanted to do was, I wanted to write an album about the apocalypse or the end of the world and stuff like that. But I didn't want to write 10 songs about that. I wanted to write 10 songs that 10 songs that revolved around one plot, you know? I don't like concept albums. You have 10 songs about one thing. Regular albums, you have 10 songs about 10 different things, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to write like something about the end of the world, and I was like, let's make it a concept album. Let's make it into a plot, some kind of storyline, a theme, and what really propels me when I write an album is getting the album artwork first. I had that album artwork even before I started even writing a note on the album, you know?
Yeah,
So
that's important because you do the art where I'm like, this is where I want to go. Like this.
yeah, it
Yeah.
drives me to like constantly look at that artwork and write to it, you know?
Yeah.
And
No. And
actually, like my side project, I have an ambient EP coming out called Days in the Abyss. It's
when is that coming out?
Hopefully June 24th. It's a 5-track EP, all keyboard synths, some violins in there, and I created 5 science fiction videos for each song of the EP. I'll send it to you as a promo, you know?
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that sounds interesting too. Yeah, I like ambient music too, and that's great. So moving forward with Drift into Black, will you plan on doing more concept albums in the future?
Yeah, I mean, this is the last album, Patterns of Light, was a concept album as well. Yeah, I definitely will. I like writing concept albums, you know. Even though people like to skip songs and stuff like that, I find it easier for me to write concept albums than come up with 10 different themes for 10 different songs, you know. So I enjoy it. And plus I'm into cinematic soundtracks, scores, cinematic movies, and just movies in general. And it's kind of like it's like me writing a soundtrack, you know.
Yeah, it has that cinematic quality to it from the songs that, like I said, like this could be a movie. And
Yeah,
it could be songs in the movie because not everyone can do that. And obviously there's a lot of prog bands that done that, like for example, Dream Theater has done so many like concept albums, some good, some not so great, but I think it would be really hard to write a concept album because I don't think anyone. First, you need a great concept, and you need for it to flow. And in the case of Earthtorn, it flows perfectly from track 1 to track 10. And yeah, it really is. If you like prog metal and concept albums, Earthtorn will be something that you will like. The story, the story is interesting, and it's an album that you need to listen from front to back to get the story, read the lyrics, and get immersed in the world that is Earthtorn. So who knows? Maybe the next concept album would be like, what happened to the alien after he left?
Maybe
The journey back home.
Yeah,
So Greg, it's been great chatting with you about aliens, concept album, and movies. Everyone, the new album Earthtorn is out on May 20th. Where can they pre-order the album?
From Black Lines Records Bandcamp page, Nuclear Blast, nuclearblast.com in the UK, indiemerchstore.com as well. They're pretty much everywhere. FYE for your entertainment.com. But yeah.
Are you gonna have it on both CDs and vinyls, right?
CD first, and we're gonna see how well it sells, and then we'll decide.
Yeah.
So
hopefully it sells. I think that concept albums on vinyl are good, except that you gotta turn the the thing, and it puts a stop to it at a moment. But yeah, like I said, it's very entertaining album. So when you're not writing like epic prog doomy albums, what are your hobbies?
Hanging out with my wife, going out to dinner, working.
We gotta work.
Typical mowing my lawn, typical old man shit.
that vibes.
Yeah.
It's things that you have to do, like we're regular people, and we have regular jobs. But yes, again, Greg, I want to thank you for taking the time to talk with me and discussing Earthtorn. So hopefully when it comes out, this is an album I'm gonna try to review on the channel, to do an album review. With since I got it like so long, I can do a proper album review and do it justice. So I will do that. And obviously for people, follow the band. If you don't know them, Drifting to Black, if you like doom, if you like prog, give these guys a listen. I'll put some links into the music videos and where you can get this stuff. So until next time, this is Hector, the Shield doing a couch. Keep it prog, beware of those aliens, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you and good night.